Welcome to English Every Day, the podcast. I'm Mary.
And I'm Luke. It's great to be with you all.
Today, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to have a conversation just like two coworkers would in a break room at their office.
That's right. These are the kinds of everyday chats you'll hear in English-speaking workplaces. It's a great way to learn casual, real-life English.
Exactly. So imagine we've just walked into the break room to get a coffee and take a short break from work. Let's start. Oh, hey Luke. How's your morning going? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Hey, Mary. Not too bad, not too bad. It's been one of those days where the to-do list seems to get longer instead of shorter. Just needed a little break. And you?
Same here. My morning has been a whirlwind of back-to-back meetings. I barely had a chance to breathe, so this break is much needed.
I know what you mean. Sometimes you just have to step away from the desk for a few minutes.
Definitely.
Are you making some coffee?
Yes, I am. I need some caffeine to get through the afternoon. Do you want a cup?
Oh, that's very kind of you. I'd love one. Black, no sugar for me, please.
You got it. I like a little bit of milk and 1 sugar in mine. It's my little treat.
Everyone has their perfect coffee recipe. I just like the strong, bitter taste. It wakes me up.
I get that. For me, it's more about the warm, comforting feeling.
Right. It's a nice ritual.
It is. And honestly, I think this office has surprisingly good coffee for a break room machine. I've worked at places where the coffee was basically brown water.
I've had that experience too. It's amazing how bad coffee can ruin your morning. But you're right, this stuff is actually pretty decent.
So while this coffee is brewing, have you thought about lunch yet? I'm already getting hungry.
Me too. I brought leftovers from last night. I made a big pot of chili.
Ooh, chili sounds delicious. Was it good?
It was a little spicy, but really good. It's perfect for a cool day like today. What about you?
I didn't have time to pack anything this morning. I was thinking of grabbing a salad from that little cafe around the corner.
Oh, the green leaf. Their salads are amazing.
Yeah, they are. They always use such fresh ingredients. It makes me feel healthy.
That's a good choice. Maybe I should have gotten a salad instead of this heavy chili.
No, your chili sounds wonderful. Homemade is always the best.
Speaking of food, all this talk is making me think about the weekend. Any big plans?
Not really. I think I'm just going to take it easy. Maybe watch a movie, read a book, just relax and recharge.
That sounds like a perfect weekend to me.
Right? What about you? Are you doing anything exciting?
Well, on Saturday, my friends and I are going for a hike. There's a beautiful trail about an hour outside the city.
Oh, how fun. I love hiking.
Yeah, it's a great way to get some fresh air. Then on Sunday, I have to do some chores around the house. You know, laundry, cleaning.
The not so fun part of the weekend.
Exactly, but it has to be done.
Well, I hope the weather is good for your hike on Saturday.
Me too. I checked the forecast this morning. It's supposed to be sunny but a little cool. Perfect hiking weather in my opinion.
That does sound perfect. Not too hot, not too cold.
Right. I can't stand hiking when it's humid. It just makes everything feel so much harder.
I agree completely. What about today? It looked a bit gray this morning when I left the house.
Yeah, the forecast said it might rain a little this afternoon. Just some light showers, nothing too serious.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll have my umbrella ready for the walk home.
Does the rain make your commute difficult?
Sometimes. I take the bus, so if it's raining heavily, there's usually more traffic. The bus can get delayed.
Right, that makes sense.
What about you? You drive, don't you?
I do, and the traffic is definitely worse on rainy days. Everyone seems to drive more slowly and cautiously, which is good, but it adds another 15 minutes to my drive.
15 minutes? Wow. I guess every type of commute has its good and bad points.
It really does. Sometimes I wish I could just teleport to work.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That's one of the best things about working from home. No commute at all.
That is a huge plus. Do you miss working from home? I know we're in the office 3 days a week now.
I do and I don't. I miss the convenience, you know? Waking up just before I have to start work, wearing comfortable clothes.
Yes, the comfort.
But I also really like being in the office. I find it's easier to collaborate with people, and I get to have conversations like this.
I feel the exact same way. When I work from home, I sometimes feel a bit isolated. I miss the social part of work.
Exactly. It's all about balance, I guess. A hybrid model with some days at home and some in the office seems to be the best for me.
Me too. It's the best of both worlds.
And being in the office means we get to go to all the great lunch spots around here. Like you said, the Green Leaf.
Totally. What are some of your other favorites?
Well, there's that little Italian place, Pasta Bella. Their lasagna is incredible.
Oh, I've been there. It's so good. I also love the taco truck that comes on Wednesdays.
Yes, the fish tacos are the best. I always get them.
They're so fresh. It's dangerous having so many good options so close to the office. I spend too much money on lunch.
Tell me about it. My wallet is definitely lighter on the days I'm in the office. So, besides eating at great restaurants, what do you like to do after work to unwind?
Unwind? You mean to relax?
Yeah, exactly. To de-stress after a long day.
Well, I've recently gotten into pottery. I take a class on Tuesday evenings.
Pottery? That's so cool. Are you good at it?
I'm getting better. My first few bowls were very wobbly, but it's very calming. You have to focus so much that you forget about everything else. I actually just finished a piece I'm really proud of.
That sounds amazing. A great way to clear your head.
It really is. What about you? What are your hobbies?
I play guitar. I've been playing since I was a teenager. I'm not in a band or anything. It's just for me. It's my way of relaxing.
That's a wonderful hobby. I've always wanted to learn a musical instrument.
You should. It's never too late to start.
Besides hiking on the weekends, do you do anything else to stay active?
I try to. I go to the gym a couple of times a week, usually before work.
Wow, you're a morning person. I can never get myself to exercise in the morning. What kind of workouts do you do at the gym? Is it mostly cardio or do you lift weights?
First, I run on the treadmill for about 30 minutes, and then I lift weights for about an hour. Sometimes it's hard to wake up so early, but I find it gives me more energy for the rest of the day. If I wait until after work, I'm usually too tired.
That makes sense. I prefer to go for a run in the evening in the park near my apartment. It helps me clear my head after the workday.
See, I'm the opposite. A run in the evening would make me too energized to sleep.
It's funny how different people are, but the important thing is that we're both trying to stay healthy, right?
Absolutely. It's so important, especially when we sit at a desk all day.
Oh, I totally agree.
Speaking of the gym, that reminds me of a funny thing that happened here last month. Remember the wellness challenge?
Oh my gosh, yes, when everyone was competing to see who could take the most steps in a day?
That's the one. I remember seeing Mark from accounting literally jogging in place during a meeting to get his steps up.
I saw that too. His face was so serious, but his feet were moving so fast under the table.
It was hilarious. People were doing walking lunges to the coffee machine.
And remember when Sarah's pedometer fell into the water cooler?
Yes, she was trying to fish it out with a ruler. That was probably the most excitement this office has seen all year.
It really was. We should have moments like that more often. It's good to laugh at work.
It really is. It makes the day go by faster.
That sounds like a scene from a comedy TV show, like The Office.
Totally. I love that show. Have you been watching anything good lately?
I just finished a detective series on Netflix. It was called The Silent Witness. It was really good.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. I'm more into science fiction myself. I'm rewatching an old favorite, Stargate.
I've never seen that one. Is it good?
It's great if you like stories about space travel and exploring new worlds. It's a classic.
Maybe I'll check it out. I'm always looking for new recommendations. It's so hard to choose what to watch these days. There are so many options.
I know, it's a bit overwhelming sometimes. I spend more time scrolling through titles than actually watching something.
Me too. It's a real problem.
All this talk of exploring new worlds in Stargate makes me want to travel.
Oh yeah, me too. If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
That's a tough question. There are so many places, but I think I would choose Japan. I'd love to see the temples in Kyoto and experience the food in Tokyo.
Japan is on my list too. The culture seems so beautiful and unique.
Exactly. What about you? Your number one dream destination?
For me, it would be Italy. I want to see the art in Florence, explore the history of Rome, and drive along the Amalfi Coast.
Oh, that sounds incredible. The food would be amazing too.
Of course, the pasta, the pizza, the gelato. I would eat everything.
One day, we'll both go on our dream trips.
I hope so. It's nice to have something to dream about.
The only problem with traveling is that I would miss my dog so much.
Oh, you have a dog? I didn't know that. What kind?
He's a golden retriever named Buddy. He's 3 years old and has way too much energy.
Oh, I love golden retrievers. They are so friendly and happy.
He definitely is. He's my best friend. Do you have any pets?
I have a cat. She's a black cat named Luna. She's the complete opposite of a golden retriever. She's very calm and mostly just sleeps all day.
A classic cat. Is she cuddly?
Only when she wants to be. It's on her terms. But she's very sweet. It's so nice to come home to a pet.
It really is. They make a house feel like a home.
I've actually been trying to teach Luna a new trick. I'm trying to teach her to give me a high five.
No way. A high five? Is it working?
Slowly. Very slowly. She mostly just stares at me like I'm crazy. But it got me thinking about learning new things. I feel like it's so important to keep learning, no matter how old you are. It keeps your brain active.
I completely agree. That's why I started learning Spanish last year.
Really? That's amazing. How is it going?
It's challenging, but rewarding. I use an app on my phone to practice every day. I'm not fluent yet, but I can have a simple conversation.
That's so impressive. Maybe I should focus on learning a new skill instead of teaching my cat tricks.
Hey, teaching a cat a trick is a very valuable skill.
You mentioned the app you use for learning Spanish. It's amazing how much technology can help with learning. Which app do you use?
It's called Lingua Boost. It has games and short lessons that make it fun.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I use a lot of apps in my daily life. I have one for organizing my to-do lists, one for meditation, one for tracking my runs. My phone is full of them. I have a great app for cooking. It has thousands of recipes and creates a shopping list for you.
That sounds so useful. What's it called?
It's Chef's Pal. It has changed the way I cook. Technology can be distracting sometimes, but when it's used in the right way, it can be really helpful.
I agree. It can make life a little bit easier.
And it's great for staying in touch with people. My parents live in a different state, so I use video calls to talk to them every weekend.
That's so important. My family is also far away, in Canada. We have a family group chat that is always active. We share photos and messages every day.
A group chat is a great idea. It helps you feel connected even when you're far apart.
It really does.
It's nice that we have a kind of work family here, too. I always enjoy our little workplace celebrations.
Me too. Like when we had that potluck last month for David's retirement, it was so nice.
A potluck is where everyone brings a dish to share. And yes, it was. I tried so many different delicious foods, and it was great to see everyone just relaxing and chatting.
Yeah, and the birthday celebrations are fun too. I love when they bring out a cake.
Who doesn't love free cake? It's a small thing, but it makes you feel appreciated.
It really does. It shows that the company cares about its employees as people, not just as workers. It builds a good team spirit.
Exactly. It makes this a nicer place to work.
Speaking of work, have you thought about your goals for the rest of the year? Professional goals, I mean.
I have, actually. I want to get better at public speaking. I get so nervous when I have to give a presentation.
Oh, a lot of people feel that way. It's a very common fear.
So I'm thinking of joining a group like Toastmasters to practice in a safe environment.
That's a fantastic idea. A proactive step. That's really admirable.
Thanks, Luke. What about you? Any goals?
I'd like to take on more of a leadership role on my next project. I want to learn more about project management and mentoring junior team members.
That's a great goal. You would be a great leader.
Thanks, Mary. It's good to have something to work towards. It keeps you motivated.
It definitely does.
Well, look at the time. Our break is almost over.
Wow, that went by fast. Here's your coffee, by the way. I almost forgot.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. It was really nice chatting with you.
You too, Mary. This was much better than just sitting at my desk.
I agree. We should do this more often.
Definitely. Well, I guess we should probably get back to it.
Yeah, you're right. Time to be productive again. See you later, Luke.
See you later, Mary.
And that's a typical break room conversation. As you heard, we covered a lot of different topics.
We did. We went from coffee and lunch to our travel dreams and future goals. This is how real conversations flow. They move from one topic to another naturally.
We hope this was helpful for you. Listening to these kinds of casual chats is a great way to improve your English listening skills and learn new vocabulary and context.
Remember, you don't have to understand every single word. The goal is to understand the main ideas and get used to the rhythm of a natural conversation.
That's great advice, Luke. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us on English Every Day, the podcast.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Goodbye for now.